Welcome to All About Germany. They say patience is a virtue, but in Cologne, patience was measured not in years, not in decades, but in centuries. For over 600 years, stone by stone, the people of this city built a cathedral so vast, so ambitious, that for generations it stood half-finished, a forest of scaffolding and dreams. And yet today, the towers of the Kölner Dom rise more than 150 meters above the Rhine, a testament to persistence, faith, and the character of a city that has never stopped reinventing itself. But Cologne's story is older than its cathedral. Long before medieval stonemasons carved angels into sandstone, the Romans laid the city's foundations. In the year 50 AD, Cologne was founded as Colonia Claudia Ara Agrippinensium, named after the Empress Agrippina, wife of Emperor Claudius. Roman soldiers, merchants, and settlers filled its streets. Temples rose to Jupiter, baths steamed with hot water, aqueducts carried fresh supplies. Beneath the modern city, traces of that Roman past still survive. Fragments of walls, mosaics, even whole streets buried under today's bustle. Cologne was a city built on layers: empire, church, and commerce, stacked one on top of another. By the Middle Ages, Cologne had become a thriving center of trade along the Rhine. Its citizens were proud, independent, and ambitious. In 1164, the city acquired a treasure that would change its destiny: the relics of the three wise men brought from Milan. Suddenly, Cologne was not just a wealthy trading hub. It was a holy destination, a place of pilgrimage. To honor these relics, the people of Cologne dreamed of building a cathedral unlike any the world had ever seen. Construction began in 1248. The first stones were laid with prayers and celebration. Architects envisioned twin towers that would soar heavenward, a nave bathed in colored light from vast stained glass windows, and a structure so grand it would rival the great cathedrals of France. But such ambition was costly. Generations of masons worked, chiseling intricate tracery, carving gargoyles, raising vaults that seemed to defy gravity. Entire lifetimes were spent on details that would vanish high above human eyes, and yet progress was painfully slow. By the 16th century, money and will had run dry. The medieval construction stopped, leaving Cologne with a giant stone choir attached to a wooden crane perched awkwardly on a single unfinished tower. For centuries, the cathedral stood incomplete, a reminder of both the city's ambition and its limits. Travelers mocked it as the world's tallest ruin. But the people of Cologne never let go of the dream. Centuries later, in the age of Romanticism, that dream was reborn. In the 19th century, Germans searching for symbols of national pride looked back to the Middle Ages. The unfinished Dom became a cause worth reviving. With the support of Prussian kings and wealthy citizens, construction resumed. Old medieval plans were dusted off, and new workers took up the tools of their long-dead predecessors. Finally, in 1880, more than 6 centuries after it began, the cathedral was declared finished. Its twin spires pierced the sky, making it the tallest building in the world at the time. But Cologne was more than just its dome. The city itself was a tapestry of stories and identities. Through the centuries, Cologne developed a reputation for openness, for diversity, for that famous motto, Leben und Leben lassen, live and let live. It is a city that thrives on contradictions. Deeply Catholic, yet famously irreverent, proud of tradition, yet always looking forward. Nowhere is this spirit more visible than in Cologne's carnival. Every year, the city explodes into color, music, and laughter. Costumes flood the streets, parades stretch for kilometers, and strangers embrace as friends. Carnival is not just a party. It's the heartbeat of a city that insists on joy even in hard times. And hard times did come. In World War II, Cologne was almost obliterated by Allied bombing raids. Over 90% of the city center was destroyed. Streets of medieval houses were reduced to rubble. But somehow, miraculously, the Dom survived. Photographs from 1945 show it rising defiantly above a sea of ruins, battered but standing. For the people of Cologne, it was a symbol proof that even when everything else was gone, their spirit endured. The post-war years were not easy. Rubble was cleared stone by stone. Streets were rebuilt. Cologne had to reinvent itself yet again. The Dom, blackened by soot and scarred by shrapnel, was cleaned and restored. New neighborhoods spread across the city. Modern buildings rose beside Roman ruins and Gothic spires. Today, Cologne is Germany's fourth largest city, a bustling metropolis on the Rhine. But what makes Cologne truly special is not just its cathedral, its history, or its size. It is its people. Cologne is one of Germany's most diverse cities, a home to migrants from across Europe, Turkey, the Middle East, Africa, and beyond. Walk through its neighborhoods and you'll hear dozens of languages, smell foods from every corner of the globe, and feel the warmth of a city that has always embraced outsiders. Here, identity is not rigid. It is fluid, joyful, and inclusive. The Dom may be Gothic, but Cologne's heart is cosmopolitan. Stand today in front of the cathedral, and you feel the weight of time. The towers soar, the bells echo. The stained glass floods the interior with kaleidoscopes of color. You are standing in a building that took centuries of human effort, that outlasted wars, that survived bombs, and that remains alive with prayer and song. And yet step outside, and you find carnival floats, Turkish street food, pride parades, and the hum of a modern German city. This is Cologne's magic. Ancient and modern, sacred and playful, serious and lighthearted, all at once. Why did Cologne build a cathedral for centuries? The answer is not just faith. It is resilience. It is identity. It is a reminder that some dreams are too great for one lifetime, but worth carrying across generations. From Roman soldiers to medieval pilgrims, from carnival revelers to migrants seeking a new life, Cologne has always been a city of layers. Each generation leaves its mark, and each one adds to the story. The Dom is just the most visible reminder, a stone witness to centuries of ambition and survival. And so, the next time you hear the bells of Cologne Cathedral, remember the people who laid its stones, the citizens who rebuilt their homes from rubble, the voices shouting Kohle Alaf during Carnival, and the quiet wisdom of a city that lives by its motto, Leben und Leben lassen. Because Cologne is more than a cathedral. It is a spirit of patience, of joy, and of openness to the world. If you enjoyed this journey through Cologne's history, give this video a like, subscribe to All About Germany, and ring the bell so you won't miss our next story. And tell us in the comments, which German city have you visited and what memory stayed with you the most?